going to call this episode I Went to a Club. Um, had a great time, double date, my husband and I with friends of ours. We went to the Nuggets game. They won game 6. Yes, I am a bandwagon Nuggets fan. I have to be. I live here now. No offense, Lakers. I will always ride for you guys. Clippers too. Anyway, after the game, we get the victory. It was a lot of fun. We decided to go have a quick drink. And even that was like, you want me to continue this night? It's Thursday night. My kids are at home. I am normally in bed by 9:30, but I was trying to be a team player. So we go have a drink. There's so many. Okay, I have so many thoughts. We go to a place, a lounge called Foreplay. Have you heard of that?
Shout out to DJ Squizzy Taylor.
Yes, Squizzy Taylor.
Squizzy.
DJ Squizzy Taylor. I had the Squizzy Taylor drink. Have you had that one? It's Kool-Aid. It was really good. Anyway, I am from Los Angeles, California, born and bred, very proud Angelino. Let's see. So I was born on Hollywood Boulevard. No, yeah, Hollywood Boulevard, literally. So, there's a star element there, I'd like to think. Um, my younger years were in Inglewood, California, and grew up mid Wilshire district. I mean, all over. And but I am an LA person. I'm not a transplant. Like I didn't go there to like get my big break and have this big career in entertainment. I literally from LA. Anyway, so many wonderful things about LA. One of the great things about LA is its diversity. And so you can imagine growing up, being born and raised in this melting pot that is Los Angeles, and then moving here to beautiful Denver, Colorado, where it is not as diverse and as much as a melting pot as Los Angeles is. I have had to work through that and kind of get used to that. Fast forward 4 years, and we go to Foreplay last night, which is would you call it a restaurant lounge? Restaurant lounge downtown near Coors Field, the baseball field here in Denver. Go Rockies. Um, we walked in, and it was full of black folks. And my girlfriend looks at me and she's like, "This is what you've been waiting for, right? This is what you've been looking for." And it is true. Like I love all people, but I love being around my people, especially when I'm not. It's been a while since I've been around my people. So this place, Foreplay, shout out to DJ Squizzy Taylor, the resident DJ of the Denver Broncos. Go Broncos. It is his place. It is his restaurant, bar, lounge, cool vibe, full bar, awesome menu, great food. And so we were there to just have a drink. My husband and I and our friends, another couple. We had a good time. Oh, here's another cool part about this restaurant. On the tables, they had a stack of Uno cards. And so while we're ordering our stuff and just talking and looking around and people watching, we start playing Uno. So that was kind of a cool vibe element. But y'all, by this time it's 10:30. And so slowly, it might have been, no, it's about 10:30. So slowly fading. Anyway, 10:30 turns it. We start hearing about DJ Squizzy Taylor also has an R&B night on Thursday nights at another spot. And oh God, what is the name of this place? The Oasis or something like that? Do you know what I'm talking? Yeah. Obviously, I do not go. I mean, I don't do this. Like dinner is my jam, and I am in bed by 9 o'clock. At home, at least by 9 o'clock. So I am like literally living on the edge. And don't forget, it's Thursday night, and so it's essentially a school night for me too. So we get talked into going to this R&B night Thursday nights, and we immediately said for the over 40 crowd, you should start your R&B nights at 6 p.m. when the sun is still out, right? Let us go, let us old fogies go, have a good time, jam, dance, and then we're home at a reasonable hour. But DJ Squizzy Taylor's R&B night starts at 11 o'clock, and they wanted us to go. We went. We walk into this club, and we clearly, from the moment we step in, are the oldest people there. Probably the age of these kids, because they were children. They were children. Their parents. We had a nice little VIP booth. The wait That's another thing. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm getting into it. The waitresses. the beautiful women, young women there. I do not shame women, but the bodies on these women and the fishnets and the lack of clothing that they are wearing. And we are there. We just came from a Nuggets game. So we're in like jeans and tennis shoes. I had a sweat. I mean, it was a really cute sweater, but it was a sweater and there's like fishnets and booties. Like all I mean, like we're in a club. Like, what am I doing in a club? So it was just a really interesting, but it was a kind of a fun thing to just really sit back because that's what we did for a while. Um, and just watch these young people and just remember I just immediately went back to like my 20 something days of going to the club and getting dressed up with my girlfriends. Here's another thing that I noticed is most of the kids, young people, they're kids to me, but like most of the young people there were in tennis shoes. And like I remember my club days, like we did like the heels and the dresses. So I thought it was a really cool change or evolvement that kids are more young people, or I keep saying young people are more like more comfortable now when they're going out to hang out. It was a lot of jeans and tennies. Um, anyway, we had a really good time. I was out entirely too long, um, but it was just a really funny thing to be in a club. This was not like a grown folks lounge. This was like a club with like the bottle service and I told you about the booties. There was a lot of booties. There were a lot. But let me just when I say that again, I mean like I was kind of envious of the bodies in this place, you know? So yes, it just a flashback of like my prior days. I am now an honorable mother of three beautiful children, and I do not do that. And I to be honest, I am still feeling the effects of being in a club and being out till midnight. I had no business doing that. I might go again, but DJ Squizzy Taylor, you have got to make like an old fogies R&B night that starts at 6 and is done by 9, so we can all be in bed at a reasonable hour.
Well, that's like the sunset.
Yeah, like playing some like what is that golden time of day, just like but there was really good music. It was really fun to like yeah, I mean he played it was R&B's like 90s R&B. So it was like Keisha Cole, SWV, Usher. It was a
Who were your top
really
three groups? Your go-to groups in the '90s R&B.
I don't know about groups. So
Artists. Let's just say artists.
I am well Usher. I mean, I can give like my husband would die, but I can give you 3 full episodes of my infatuation with Usher Raymond. Let me just since I was 13 years old and he came out with Call Me a Mac in that yellow and black leather. Do you remember that? You don't remember Call Me a Mac?
No,
Cuz I got it like that. Yeah, I've always been obsessed with Usher. But anyway, God, see, for me, it is even more old school for me. Like I love Earth, Wind, and Fire.
yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass, right? I like real old school stuff. Um, yeah, and then currently, who I really like, who I feel is really underappreciated, is Raheem Devon. Do you know who Raheem Devon is?
I've heard of them.
He's really great. Daily Love. Um, yeah, I know. I miss the '90s gap. I don't know. If there's like someone.
No, Mary J.
Oh, I love Mary J. Blige, of course. When she's not so sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's part of life too, though.
That's
Got
true.
those
Yeah,
sad
oh yeah,
tracks for a
oh
reason.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I have not said anything about my title in any of this. It's a thing. What else
Keep it
is a
early.
thing?
It's just what else is a thing right now to you? Top of mind.
Mm,
Outside of the kids.
yes,
I know that's the hard
taking.
part.
I know that is a
That's
thing.
that might be the next step.
That is a thing.
I know.
Who are you outside of your children? Oh my God. And not for everyone. For everyone, it is not an issue or a thing. For me, this is my podcast. It is a thing. Um, who am I outside of my children? Who am I outside of? And here's a funny thing. How do I say this? Give a lot of credit to other people in our family and not necessarily myself. And so when it comes to things that like mom has done or experienced or accomplished, we'll drop in that little Miss California USA title. But it didn't dawn on me to tell my kids that I had done that, like that I accomplished that, or that had done as a Price is Right spokesmodel. I don't like. I just don't think. And then when I tell them, or I remind them, or let them know that mommy has done some things, they're like, what? And I think, to my credit, I have been blessed and fortunate to be able to really give 100% of my attention to my kids and how I raise them and the life that I am able to, along with my husband, provide for them. But they're getting, they're 14, 12, and 10. And so they're kind of getting their sea legs. And I've got things tugging at me on the inside. Like, what about you? What are the things that you've always wanted to do? What are the things that have always inspired you and lit your fire and all those things? So that is my thing right now. My next chapter, my next phase, and really committing to myself. Here is a really good analogy. Every morning, and I keep saying maybe I won't stop talking about my kids, but they're a big part of my life. Every morning, I pride myself of making a nice full breakfast for my kids, and I like to try to make it as balanced as possible with like a fruit and grain. If we do oatmeal, dairy, like all those things. And I'm really, really adamant, strict, regimented about their vitamins. And they don't take too many, but the calcium, the omegas, the multi, the magnesium, like, and every morning, all three of my kids have their own vitamins. I make sure you're drinking water, like all the things. And then I had the realization, Tamiko, do you take daily vitamins yourself? Are you like anal and regimented about your calcium and your omegas and your like, and I wasn't. Are you crazy and like regimented about making sure you have a serving of fruit every day, that you're drinking enough water? So it's little things like that where I had to extend the same level of commitment to myself that I give to my children. And that is where I am right now, making me a thing. In this space of making me a thing, I have a lot of things that come to mind in my just realized. And I go from, yep, I go from, I go from discipline. I go from discipline to consistency, but then kind of turning the page to manifesting and the power of the tongue. And these are words that people say all the time and throw out. I really love memes. I really love, what do you call them? The GIFs on like your Instagram?
The move.
No, what do you call that you post and the quotes like that you
Yeah,
post on it?
memes.
Yeah. And one that really resonated with me, it said, sis, stick to your plan, not the mood, not your mood. And it really, I needed that shift because I really have been trying to work on self discipline, and that self discipline with my habits, self discipline with taking care of myself. Remember, I was talking about those vitamins and drinking water, to praying, to um, if I'm going to wake up 30 minutes earlier every day, sticking to that, not for the sake of like winning an award, but if it's something that I'm telling myself I want to do and I think will be better for me, sticking to it, not depending on my mood. So I was out really late last night, but I got to stick to my plan. And part of what I've been trying to do is wake up early. So, despite how long I was out with the young kids with the nice butts, I needed to be up at a certain hour and sticking to my plan. And that does a lot. Like, obviously, you see like results and whatever, like how much you're able to accomplish on your to do list, how much you're able to get done in the morning, if it's working out, your physical appearance, like all the things. But it's also so rewarding. And you're proud of yourself for saying, you know what, I'm sticking to it and I'm being more disciplined. Um, and then the power of the tongue. Like, there is something, and I hear it all the time. Don't say that, right? Or be careful what you say or how you say it. I just have been really mindful of being more positive and being more, and not maybe even just being more direct in what I say, in rather than saying things with a question, saying things how I intend for them to be received and being okay with that. That's a thing. Like, people pleasing is a thing. That there's an episode right there. People pleasing is a thing. Um, so seriously. Yeah, so that would be my leave you with this kind of a thing.